What's up YouTube, Tristan to Boston, we're back to another video. Today reacting to Spider-Man No Way Home official trailer breakdown, Easter eggs, explain things, and things you missed. So yeah, if you guys haven't seen my reaction to the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer, make sure you go watch that before you watch this video. So yeah, we're gonna be watching some, actually I'm kind of a little bit late to this, but yeah, I forgot, I was gonna react to the breakdowns, but you know I have to get ready for school and stuff at that time after that video. So yeah, right now we're about to watch the breakdown, Easter eggs, and things we might have missed in the trailer. So yeah, this is by Heavy Spoilers. Make sure to subscribe to Heavy Spoilers, like and comment down below, all links in the description. Also, if you guys are new to the channel and you're not subscribed, I'm on the road to 2,000 subs right now. So if you guys wish to support me, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss another video. And yeah, let me know down in the comments, are you excited for the Spider-Man No Way Home when the movie comes out? So yeah, let's see the video. So yeah, let's get right into this.
Welcome to the Heavy Spoilers Show. I'm your host Paul, aka your friendly neighborhood spoiler man, and Spider-Man No Way, the trailer has been released.
Oh my god, I just
after 84 years, we have a
is my mic good, please? Alright, cause like I've been having a little bit of mic problems lately. Let's get right back.
First full look at the movie, and in this video we're going to be breaking down the Easter eggs, things you missed, and discussing all the plot points and comics that it pulls from. It's been living in my head rent-free like Peter Parker, and I'm so hyped to talk about it, so let's just get into it. Now we start off with Peter and MJ sitting on a rooftop. This is something that has happened at several points in the comics and films, and I got a lot of vibes here of the original Spider-Man 3, in which the pair both sat stargazing. We learn that this is in the aftermath of Peter's identity being made public, but looks like at this point that he's managed to clear his name, even if everyone now knows it. MJ is reading a newspaper from the New York Post and not the Daily Bugle, as we learn that in the MCU it was an Alex Jones-esque show rather than a publication. On the front cover it reads Peter Parker and his Spider Minions, with him puppeting people, showing that the media is still sort of trashing him, even though he saved the city and also the universe.
This man went from saving neighborhoods. Nah, he went from a civil war, then to saving neighborhoods, then he went to saving the universe, back to saving the world again, and now people are still trashing him after his identity got spilled.
Some dirt in their eyes, and it also shows that those around him have been pulled into it too, which we'll talk about later on in the video. Now MJ reads one of the passages out about how some suggest Parker's powers include the ability to hypnotize females. Whilst this is thrown away as a little joke, it actually foreshadows the big reveal in the trailer, in which Peter asks Strange to pretty much hypnotize the entire world into forgetting that he's Spider-Man. Peter just wants to stay up there forever, and then we cut to him and MJ swinging through the streets of New York in the aftermath of the post-credits scene from Far From Home. Peter's face is blown up all over Times Square, with the mask superimposed onto one side. This iconography pulls from the comics, namely when his spider senses set off, and it's also very similar to some of the promo material, which showed his face split between strangers. We later see a shot in which people swamp him at a subway entrance, and judging by the location,
this scene might happen like when Spider-Man No Way Home, the movie, comes out. I feel like after when his identity, the part where his identity got spoiled from the events of Far From Home, he might like try to come down. This is what I discussed. He might come down to get MJ, and then people are gonna come and storming at him.
Of this shot, I would say that this is how the movie opens.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
West
bro.
33rd Street, which according to Google Maps is opposite Pennsylvania Station, which is where Peter was at during the post-credit scene of that movie. From what we know of the film, the opening is very much going to be in the same vein as John Wick 3, and it'll see Spider-Man being chased across New York as this revelation breaks the internet. We cut to him in the police station trying to explain the drones and how they are what killed Mysterio, even though he was put in charge of Edith. Peter also sits with handcuffs on, which reminds me a lot of Man of Steel when Superman was being interrogated. He could clearly snap out of them in a second, but he's left them on for appearance's sake. Now there's a guy who slams down some papers in a split-second shot, and it looks a lot like Matt Murdock.
Yes, I was on like Instagram. People kept saying this was Matt Murdock, but he literally Charlie Cox, like bro, he literally confirmed. Well, not confirmed. I'm not sure. He's still like rumored to be in the movie, but like everyone was literally thinking this is him, and I don't think it probably was him, but people still think he's rumored to be in this movie.
You know that Charlie Cox will be in the movie, and this is a
Well, I mean,
blink
it's
and
still
you'll miss
pretty
a
rumored,
moment
though.
that I'm 99% sure is him. The 1% is
Which
because
is
I
not.
asked a mate who said it definitely wasn't him, so tell him to shut the hell up in the comments if he's wrong, because I bloody hate the guy for disagreeing with me. Now we cut to him and MJ reading their phones, which clearly have headlines and reports about the revelation. I love how this and the opening of the trailer are pretty much them obsessing over the news reports, and it shows how much it being out there has completely dominated their lives. Peter wanting to just stay on the roof away from everyone shows how much he feels deep down that it's changed things for the worst, and it nicely sets up the actions that he takes. Also, I love how MJ has sketches of people hanging above her bed.
Oh yeah, them sketches from
Homecoming. That she of
Homecoming.
course did during detention in Homecoming. Next we get what is clearly a flashback in which the character likely handed himself in or was taken to court. We see someone has a sign that says Devil in Disguise and Mephisto confirmed.
Bruh,
Now here he's joined by
there was also a theory from people about that Mephisto might be disguised as Doctor Strange in this movie. Like Doctor Strange may be in trouble or something, and Mephisto's pretend to be Doctor Strange and somehow help Peter. But they think that after the events, when like he was trying to trying to help Peter forget everyone that he was Spider-Man, and then, well, after all the chaos, then, if y'all know what I'm talking about, then people think, I don't know. I just can't speak, so I'm just gonna get back into the trailer.
MJ, and what I think is
I just said
Flash Thompson, who has dyed his hair blonde. In the comics, the character was blonde, and it's nice to see him supporting Peter. Flash was obviously a massive Spider-Man fan, but ironically, he hated Peter and also bullied him. The reveal has obviously changed things, and it will be interesting to see if reversing this knowledge turns him back into being a baddie. Next we cut to what I believe is immediately after the events of Far From Home, in which both Peter and MJ are getting followed through New York. From here we jump to him in school, and bruh, I cannot believe he went back there. You know what?
Why did he go back to school, bro? Like, did they make him go back to school, bro? Like, why?
And I definitely wouldn't be returning there, mate. Steer clear. Now we can also see the back of some Letterman jackets, and Ned could be caught wearing one of these in the recently released Funko Pop pics for the film. The M on it likely stands for Midtown High, which is what Peter attended in the comics. Spoiler alert. Now we see Peter and May sat in their apartment, and from this shot I almost get the feeling like someone has walked in on them from the way that she sits up. Peter says that this isn't about him, it's hurting the people he loves, and as Batman said, the mask is to protect those around you. Now this might be pulling slightly from the Civil War comic, as that had Peter revealing his identity to the world in order to show that the Superhuman Registration Act was something worth doing. Peter was very much the eyes and ears of the reader, and over time he changed his mind and went on the run. His arc actually ended with Aunt May getting shot, which plays into the One More Day storyline that we'll talk about in a bit. Either way, you very much get the idea that the reveal of his name has led to people around
if that actually happens if something like that in the comics happens in this movie, bro, I'm gonna be sad.
Being put in danger, and it'll be interesting to see if they lean into what happens with May in that, especially as we don't really see her in the rest of the trailer. Now along with May, Ned too gets questioned by the police, and it's clear that a lot of people want to know when the announcement that Toby and Andrew are in the movie is going to drop.
True.
Just tell us, yeah? Just tell us and there won't be a problem. Now from this trailer, we can also confirm that the film will be spanning a lot of seasons, as we catch Peter in a classroom with Halloween decorations hanging up. Cut back to when he and MJ were sat in their room, and we could see Christmas lights. We also know from behind the scenes videos that Peter is going to be in the snow at some point, so I would say that this movie takes place over at least the span of 6 months, judging from when Far From Home happened and the decoration around the sets. Now hilariously, Peter comes up with the idea to go and see Doctor Strange by looking at the hanging wizard lights that are in the aforementioned room. He journeys to the Sanctum Sanctorum, which we can see covered in snow. Now why this likely is because Bruce Banner blew a big hole in the roof during the opening of Infinity War. Right after this, Strange was at the very least snapped away, and the fact that it took a while to get it fixed might confirm that Wong was too. During this time, the elements have taken over, and we can now catch him shoveling snow, but bro, thought you could use magic. Bruh, you set a fireplace on fire, bruh. Just melt it and do that thing you did in Endgame. Just do that with the water. Now Strange and Peter have a nice little back and forth in which they talk over what to address each other as. This of course plays on the first time that they met, in which they used their made up names. Strange's mug says "for fuck's sake," which sort of makes me think he's thinking that, seeing Peter show up on his doorstep. Anyway, the webhead has one request, and that is to remove the knowledge from everyone's head that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Now, as mentioned earlier, this is clearly pulling from the comic book storyline One More Day, in which he went to Strange in order to help save Aunt May. Strange even lived in a run-down and boarded up sanctorum during this, and he helped him to travel through multiple timelines so that he could see if there was anyone who could help. Unfortunately, everyone said that there was nothing they could do, and thus he ended up turning to Mephisto. Now, this idea of traveling through timelines could potentially be seen in the trailer, as Peter asks if he can go back in time or something, and Strange levitates at one point in a position that looks similar to what he did in Infinity War. Now, if we are right with this, then it clearly doesn't work, as Strange has to carry out a different spell, and as Endgame showed us, all that traveling back would do would be to create a branched reality. In the comics, no one was able to help Peter, and he ended up making a deal with Mephisto, and along with bringing May back, he also removed the knowledge from everyone's mind that Peter was Spider-Man. This was so that people wouldn't come after May again, and in exchange for doing this, Mephisto made it so that Peter and MJ never got married. Now, the fact that Strange is the one carrying out the spell, and not the devil who's always in the details, makes me think he won't actually be showing up in the MCU for a long time. Yes, I know it was obvious. I was just holding out hope that one of the fan theories would be right, and everything I said in WandaVision wasn't for nothing. Now, in between this scene, we hear Peter explaining to Strange why it's really important that this happens, and amongst the shots are him getting swamped, which we talked about earlier. Jump to Wong, who warns Strange not to cast the spell, and he promises not to, even though he gives Peter a cheeky little wink. Interestingly, Wong packs his bags and leaves, and from what we've seen of the Shang-Chi trailer, this might actually be him.
Oh, wait. I haven't seen the movie. I mean, I'm not sure if it was
that rent-free like Peter
probably
Parker
he was
joke,
in one
yeah?
of the trailers
That
when it
deserves a
showed,
thumbs
but
up
like,
at the very least. You know it does now.
I don't remember.
Anyway, back to the trailer, and we watch Strange use one of Peter's hairs in the Men in Black memory eraser spell. Clearly something like this is needed in order to tie a spell to someone, and the character pinched some hair from Thor in Ragnarok before sending him and his brother off to meet Odin. Now, if you've been following the channel, then you'll know we talked about this moment in our last plot leak video, and it looks like Peter interrupting the spell is what causes reality to break open. He doesn't want his girlfriend or people like May to forget he's Spider-Man, and thus he knocks Strange's concentration off slightly in order to stipulate this. Earlier in the trailer, Peter does say that he feels bad about lying to MJ, so it does make sense why this would suddenly spring to mind. Now, if Toby and Andrew are indeed in the film, which worst kept secret of all time, then this moment could be a callback to the Happy Birthday storyline. In that, Dormammu attacked New York, and Doctor Strange cast a spell which Peter interrupted. This split open time itself, and he was able to view a future version of himself as well as a past one. He was able to interact and change events, so we might even see a moment in which Peter stops the broadcast with Mysterio. Either way, the spell seemingly works, but we also get what looks like a rainbow bridge amongst it being cast over the world. This effect is typically shown when someone is traveling through the Bifrost, so maybe at this point a villain comes across the multiverse and into the MCU. Weirdly, this effect was actually used in a number of fake fan-made trailers, so give yourself a pat on the back if you did that. You spoiled the trailer and you got it right, well done. Now, there are several villains that I counted in this first look, or at least teasers to them. This is obviously the first look, and Sony don't want to blow their load, but from what I saw and what we know of the film, the rumours and reports are true. It's true. All of it. Now, the first big one is, of course, Alfred Molina's Dr. Octopus, who arrives at the end of the trailer and says, "Hello, Peter," during one of the many quick cuts. That was a really bad, I should have re-recorded that, but we're moving on. Now, Molina has pretty much taken the mantle of the spoiler man from Tom Holland, and he's been out and about telling us everything that happens in the movie. According to him, we see a scene in which an alternate version of the character at the end of Spider-Man 2 is pulled across the multiverse through a portal. If you cast your mind back to that film, the villain died after drowning a miniature son in the Hudson, and it's possible that when this collapsed that it pulled him across. Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin is also teased when a pumpkin bomb rolls towards the screen. We've been saying for months now that he's in the film, and that he will end up forming the Sinister Six. We also see some electrical sparks and know from Jamie Foxx that he will be reprising his role as Electro, though his costume will be different. At the end of The Amazing Spider-Man, Foxx was overcharged and he was seemingly killed, though they may explain that this sent him off into an alternate reality.
Oh,
Peter's
yeah,
black and gold suit
before.
has been heavily shown in the toys and promotional material,
Yeah.
and judging by the circuitry on it, this will be used to fight the electrical enemy. Now they may pull from this, they may not, but from what I've been told, the majority of the characters are what if versions in which their arcs differ slightly, so if you still like the versions from the original films, then that isn't going to be ruined for you. We also see a pile of sand rising up in the trailer,
Sandman.
as well as the lizard from The Amazing Spider-Man 2
yeah.
jumping up at Peter.
Everyone kept thinking that this was either the lizard or Venom in this movie, bro. That was gonna be in here. So yeah, we already know for a fact Venom's not gonna be in this. But
Whilst it's in a
look, you can see like someone kind of jumping from there. So yeah, everyone mostly thought that was Venom, but nah, that's the lizard. Cause now I kind of see it, something. Cause if you kind of look a little bit more closer, you could kind of see that looks like the lizard. So yeah.
As they might not come true, but the trailer does line up a lot with what I've been told, so you have been warned. Now Strange apparently imprisons the villains in this after they cause chaos across New York. Whilst he tries to figure out a way to send them back, Willem Dafoe's Norman Osborn shows up to ask about their lives, and they say the last thing they remember was Spider-Man. Unable to free them because of the powerful magic, Osborn goes to Peter and pleads with him to help out, and he tells him that these characters will die if they're returned home.
Okay. You know what? I mean, I guess it's just like one. Cause like, bro, if that's actually gonna be true in the movie, then I'm not like, cause like I'm not really trying to hear as much spoilers, but I guess I just got to hear this one.
He also says that the Peter of their world was there
when
they passed away,
and
Tom
dude.
Holland's version is racked with guilt because he could potentially be sending them back to their deaths. So he breaks into Strange's prison and steals a magical cube that's holding them in place. We see this in the trailer, and Strange supposedly chases Peter across New York in the mirror dimension. This is why we get a big chase scene, and also see the city folding in on itself at one point like Inception. The effect of course appeared in the first Doctor Strange movie, and it's going to make for an amazing scene. From what we get in the trailer, it looks absolutely outstanding. I think it's going to blow a lot of people's minds watching this in IMAX. There's also a big chase on a train, and it's clear that Strange doesn't mind throwing everything he can, including Uncharted 2 directly at him, in order to stop him breaking the multiverse. Strange clearly catches up to Peter at one point, and he pushes his astral projection out of his body, which is also something that the Ancient One did to the Incredible Hulk. Now from what Strange says about double lives, I kinda get the feeling that Peter might actually be attempting to flip back and forth between MJ knowing who he is and also forgetting. Potentially the spell broke reality, and him constantly doing this might be why Strange says the things that he does about living two lives. You also see what could potentially be Miles Morales' mother, and if you cast your mind back to the title reveal, you'll remember that the surrounding lines looked a lot like the island Puerto Rico, so it could be teasing his introduction here.
I don't know, bro. I'm not sure about Miles being in this movie. I mean, I'm not sure if many people are going to be surprised if Miles is in this movie. I mean, if it's going to be true, if Miles is going to be in it, then I don't know. Maybe secret ending. I don't know.
Storyline, it actually culminates with Peter fighting his entire rogues gallery across a number of timelines. This obviously lends itself to the concept of No Way Home, and I would definitely recommend checking out that book if you want some comics that the movie will probably pull from. At the end of it, Strange gives Peter Parker a present, and he opens it to find that it actually brings Uncle Ben back to him for a few moments. The pair talk about Peter's life and have a really amazing conversation that will bring tears to your eyes. No, not me though. I'm solid as fuck me. Now another interesting aspect of the novel is that it ends with Doctor Strange realizing that by breaking the multiverse, he's caused a lot of problems in the magical world. It very much teases that he'll be facing off against several sorcerers, and potentially this could be what happens with Wanda. It was said that Loki, No Way Home, and In the Multiverse of Madness will all be part of the same storyline.
Right.
I think it makes a lot of sense judging from the way that the comic ends that he'll be going toe to toe with her. Though we don't know for definite whether Wanda's gonna be a villain, I actually think that she will, and yeah, I'd love to see the Scarlet Witch go head to head with Strange. Now as for the first look as a whole, it's got me really excited for the film. I genuinely think this movie will do big numbers at the box office, and had the pandemic not been in the way, I would have estimated that this could have come very close to the 2 billion mark. Marvel and Sony weren't kidding when they said that this would be Tom Holland's Endgame, and it's the culmination of several franchises and films that started out 20 years ago. There's a lot resting on its shoulders, but I fully trust everyone on board with the project to deliver something big and bombastic. This is definitely the best movie since Endgame for me, and outside of the Batman, there's nothing that I'm as hyped for. It's gonna break the internet, and might even break Christmas if they manage to pull it off,
man.
and it also releases then.
I'm gonna be
the first
so excited.
look was a testament to that, and I am very hyped for it right now. To me, this did the perfect job of being a first trailer.
I swear, like, when there's like another more trailers or like, I don't know, TV spots released of this, and then like the movie and stuff, and if we like see Toby, Andrew, and like rumors of other people being in it, bro, I'm actually gonna be really hyped about this, bro.
As it didn't go too over the top in completely spoiling everything, and it just teased some of the bigger elements that will be happening in the movie. However, it also gave us enough info on what the story could be so that we can go wild with fan theories, and yeah, I'm just so hyped after checking out this first trailer for the film. The action is great, the soundtrack is great, the ominous feeling and be careful what you wish for tone works really well, and it reminds us that Peter Parker never has it easy. Overall, I'm super hyped, and yeah, December can't come soon enough. Now obviously I'd love to hear your thoughts on the trailer, so make sure you comment below and let me know.
Yo, what is going on, Video Game Masters? Tristan 2 Boston here, back with another video. Today we are reacting to Marvel Spider-Man 2 teaser trailer, PlayStation Showcase 2021. Bruh, not even just that, but they talking about Marvel Spider-Man 2, another game, yes. And then it's Wolverine, bro. Like, ain't no way, bro. Like, I already see, like, I haven't watched it, but I've seen people's reactions on the thumbnail saying Venom's gonna be in this. I can't wait to see what it's like, bruh. And then we're gonna react, after this we're gonna react on Wolverine. And then I seen that people been saying that Spider-Man's gonna be the Avengers game. I mean, they kind of been told that was a long time ago, but they did show a little reveal of it, which is pretty exciting. So yeah. By the way, I have played the first Spider-Man game PS4. I didn't play the whole thing. I got to play a little bit. It was on my grandmother's PlayStation 4. But hopefully one day we might be able to play the game. Same thing for Miles Morales. And then we can play this and Wolverine and probably Avengers. Maybe one day. But yeah, also if you guys are new to the channel, you're not subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, hit the bell for notifications. I'm on the road to 2,000 subs, so if you guys wish to support, and if you guys enjoy my videos, please subscribe and hit the bell for notice. And yeah, let's get right into this. Alright, let's see what this is like. On PS5, bro, look at the graphics, man.
For as
Electro?
long as I can remember, I have looked for an equal.
Oh.
One who could push me.
Oh, okay. Bro, this man going crazy. Dang. Bro, the action's already getting in, bro.
Could even beat me.
Alright, so we got Spidey and Miles, bruh.
Yet all I found is disappointment. Will one of you finally give me what I desire?
Bro. Starting to get chilled.
Yes.
Ooh. No way, no way.
We will.
Oh my god, bro. No way. Spider-Man 2, bro. When does it come out? 2023. Dang, bro. Alright, that's gonna be a while. I don't know. Maybe they might. Maybe while they're working on the game, they might release it a little earlier, around like 2022 or something. It depends, but yeah, bro. That looks in. Bro, can we? Let's review it. I kind of like want to review it. Bro, the voice acting, man. Bro, look how Venom looks so. Trying to get like. Dang, I'm trying to like. Okay, this is what I have to do for now, bro. Look how realistic that looks. Wait, what's my stuff on 180p? Like, bro, look how realistic that looks, man. That is so insane, bro. Bro, I can't wait to play that, but I gotta play the other Spider-Man games. Well, let's go to the Wolverine trailer. Alright. Okay. Okay, this music's probably copyrighted, so I'm gonna turn it down some. Dang! I'm guessing that's him right there. Yep. Don't go for it, bro. Dude is about to get bodied, bro. Wolverine. When is this one coming out? Release date? Oh, no release date? Alright. Like, dude. Like, this is just giving me vibes back from the first Logan movie, bro. Look at this, man. This man just bodied like, let me see. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 bodies. And that dude's almost, and that's about to be the 5th one, bro. Bro, that looks insane. But yeah, bro. So that was the Spider-Man and Wolverine trailer. I cannot wait to see those games when they come out, and I might even react to some people might play if I don't get a chance to play it. So yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, hit the bell notifications. Don't forget the high five to like button as well. And yeah, all links in the description. So if you want to like check out the original video, and if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like and let me know what your favorite part of the video was, and I will see y'all in peace. Bye guys.